Welcome back to Trending Update USA. This is Steffan, and today we're diving into a story that's shaking the tennis world once again because Coco Gauff has made history yet again. But just when fans thought they knew how this story would end, a shocking twist has changed everything. Coco Gauff's journey has never followed a straight line, and that is exactly what makes her story so compelling. From the moment she burst onto the global stage as a fearless teenager taking down legends, she has carried the weight of expectation in a way few athletes ever experienced so young. Every match, every tournament, every season has come with the same question hanging in the air: is this the moment Coco Gauff fully claims her era? And now, history says she just did, but the truth behind that history is far more complicated than the headline suggests. This latest milestone didn't come quietly. It arrived under the brightest lights, with pressure mounting from every angle. Fans packed the stadium, millions tuned in worldwide, and social media buzzed non-stop even before the first ball was struck. Coco stepped onto the court not just as a contender, but as a symbol of the future of tennis. She carried the hopes of a new generation, the expectations of a nation, and the burden of proving that her rise was no longer about potential, but about dominance. From the opening games, it was clear that something special was unfolding. Gauff's movement was sharp, her defense relentless, and her shot selection showed a maturity beyond her years. Long rallies ended with her opponent gasping for air, while Coco looked composed, focused, and locked in. Each point felt like a statement, not just about winning a match, but about rewriting the narrative of what consistency at the top of women's tennis truly looks like. As the match progressed, the significance of the moment became impossible to ignore. Records began to fall quietly at first, then all at once. Youngest player to reach yet another career milestone. First American in years to achieve a specific ranking feat, a historic run that placed her name alongside legends who once defined the sport. The commentators spoke in reverent tones, fans rose to their feet, and the tennis world collectively acknowledged that Coco Gauff was no longer chasing history, she was making it. But here's where the story takes a turn no one saw coming. Because while the numbers told one story, the emotions on Coco's face told another. Instead of pure joy, there was something deeper, something heavier. After the final point, as applause thundered around the stadium, Coco paused. She looked up, took a breath, and for a brief moment, it felt like the weight of everything she's carried finally surfaced. In her post-match remarks, the shocking twist emerged. This historic achievement, she revealed, didn't feel like freedom. It felt like pressure all over again. Coco admitted that breaking records and reaching milestones has, in some ways, reset expectations instead of relieving them. Every success raises the bar higher, every win adds another layer of scrutiny, and every historic moment brings new questions about what comes next. This honesty stunned fans. In a sports culture obsessed with invincibility, Coco Gauff did something rare. She admitted vulnerability. She spoke about the mental toll of always being the future, and now suddenly being the present. She described how history can be both empowering and exhausting, how being praised one day can turn into criticism the next if results dip even slightly. And this revelation has sparked a massive reaction across the tennis world. Former champions have come forward in support, praising her maturity and courage. They've spoken about their own struggles behind the scenes, reminding fans that greatness often comes with isolation. Current players, some of them her fiercest rivals, have echoed similar sentiments, acknowledging the pressure cooker environment at the top of the game. At the same time, critics have seized on her comments, questioning whether champions should ever reveal doubt. Social media debates have erupted, with some fans applauding her transparency and others arguing that mental toughness means never showing cracks. The divide has been intense, emotional, and at times harsh. But this debate misses the bigger picture. What Coco Gauff has done goes beyond tennis. By making history and then immediately reframing what that history feels like, she's challenging outdated ideas about success. She's showing that achievement doesn't automatically bring peace, that even at the highest level, athletes are still human, still learning, still growing. On the court, her evolution continues to impress. Her serve, once considered a weakness, has become a weapon in crucial moments. Her baseline game combines power and patience in a way that frustrates even the most aggressive opponents. Her defensive skills turn lost points into winning opportunities. And tactically, she's shown a willingness to adapt, to change patterns mid-match, and to trust her instincts under pressure. Off the court, however, the spotlight has never been brighter. Every outfit, every interview, every social media post is dissected. Sponsors line up, expectations grow, and comparisons to legends become unavoidable. She's measured against champions who spent decades building their legacy, even though she's still at the very beginning of hers. The shocking twist is that this historic moment has forced Coco Gauff to confront not her limitations as a player, but the emotional cost of greatness. She's spoken openly about leaning on her support system, about the importance of family, team, and balance. She's emphasized that success should not come at the expense of mental well-being. And in doing so, she's sparked a broader conversation about how young athletes are developed, marketed, and celebrated. For fans, this moment is a wake-up call. It's easy to cheer for history when it's happening in front of you. It's harder to understand the responsibility that comes with it. Coco Gauff is not just chasing trophies anymore. She's navigating identity, expectation, and legacy in real time, all while competing against the best players in the world. And make no mistake, her rivals are watching closely. Players like Aryna Sabalenka, IJ Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, and others know that when Coco is locked in, she's one of the most dangerous competitors on tour. They've seen her resilience, her ability to bounce back from setbacks, and her refusal to disappear in big moments. This historic achievement only adds fuel to the competitive fire, setting the stage for even more intense battles ahead. The season ahead now feels different. Every tournament Coco enters will carry the weight of this moment. Every loss will be magnified, every win scrutinized. But if her career has taught us anything so far, it's that she thrives in complexity. She learns from pressure instead of running from it. She evolves when challenged, not when comfortable. The shocking twist may not be a scandal or controversy, but something far more powerful. It's the realization that history is not a finish line. It's a starting point. And Coco Gauff is now standing at the edge of a new chapter, one where success is measured not just in titles and records, but in sustainability, growth, and authenticity. As fans, we are witnessing something rare. Not just the rise of a champion, but the maturation of a leader in sport. Someone willing to redefine what winning looks like, and brave enough to say that even historic victories come with unanswered questions. Coco Gauff has made history again. That part is undeniable. But the shocking twist is that instead of celebrating and moving on, she's paused to reflect, to speak honestly, and to invite the world into the reality behind the achievement. And perhaps that honesty, more than any record, is what will define her legacy. Because the story of Coco Gauff is no longer just about how high she can climb. It's about how she handles the view from the top, and how she chooses to move forward when the world is watching every step. This is Steffan, and you're watching Trending Update USA, where the biggest stories don't just make headlines, they make you think.